Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, Treehouses is getting so close at this point we can almost smell it. And it smells like, I don't know what it smells like. Salty, I think? I don't know though. This game could actually be really good, which would make it smell not salty, I suppose? Though I will say, if this ends up being Fates 2.0 with a crappy story after all this hype, I think the Fire Emblem community will have enough salt to supply the entire McDonald's industry for at least a decade. Anyway, let's take a look at someone who's not so much salty, but more edgy. It's time to preview the one and only Felix. Felix Hugo Fraldarius is the oldest son of a house located in the Holy Kingdom of Vargas. He is a member of the Blue Lions and is a childhood friend of Dimitri, whom he nicknames Boar for reasons we do not yet know. Felix is sarcastic, crude, and very hard to approach, and fashions himself somewhat of a lone wolf, preferring to be left alone. He does take his sword training extremely seriously though, and is often seen working hard to improve his skills. He is also very likely to challenge strong opponents to a fight to test his own mettle. Felix likes sword practice, weapon maintenance, fighting, high quality weapons, spicy foods, hunting, and meat, but he dislikes levity, sweets, chivalry, and his father. Wow, he really is Cold Steel the Hedgehog. Felix's design is a lot less spicy than what we've seen of other previous so-called edgelords in the series, but he still looks like he could really fuck you up. You can clearly tell there's some nothing personnel kid tendencies with this guy, but at the same time, he looks a bit more stylish. I think it's his hair and casual attire that does it, but he just seems a lot more likable. Post time skip though, not much have changed, but he has traded his bun for a small ponytail, and his hair also seems a little shorter than before. I actually honestly think he looks a little bit better pre-time skip, but that's just my opinion, I guess. Felix's base stats seem focused on strength and speed, his other stats being slightly low, particularly his magic, luck, charm, defense, and resistance. Felix comes with a major crest of Fraldarius, which has a chance to raise the might of his weapon, effectively adding bonus damage to his attacks. We've seen this crest flash frequently above Felix's head whenever he attacks, so its activation rate seems pretty high, maybe owing to the fact that it's a major crest as opposed to a minor one. Felix have an affinity for swords, bows, and fist weapons, and is weak in recent magic and authority. Despite being weak in recent magic, he does have a hidden talent for it. Felix's personal skill is Lone Wolf. Whenever he is deployed without a battalion, or whenever his battalion reaches 0 health, he deals 5 extra damage in combat. Just like Bernadetta's personal skill, adding 5 extra damage in combat is huge. That's basically like having sword fear from the start. The requirements of not having a battalion isn't necessarily a huge loss. We know that battalions add a little bit of bonus stats and allows for the use of powerful gambits, but since Felix has a weakness in authority, it's not like he'll be able to lead powerful battalions in the first place, so unless there's some very early battalions available that adds 5 extra might, Felix might just be better off on his own. Also, it's not like you don't have to deploy him with a battalion, as Lone Wolf also kicks in whenever the battalion's health reaches 0. You can therefore choose to play a little bit risky with Felix, and simply treat his skill as something that will kick in later in the battle. Either way, 5 extra damage from any skill is a massive boost, and I have no doubt that this might be one of the more useful skills in Treehouses. In terms of classes, Felix seems canonically destined to become a Myrmidon and eventually a Swordmaster. Being a major crest user, there's a strong possibility he might even be able to wield a relic sword at some point, though this is pure speculation. Since Felix has both an affinity for swords and bows, however, becoming a thief and eventually an assassin also seems like a good choice. Assassins are known for their crits after all, and Felix seems to have a crest that synergizes with them. Due to his affinity for fist weapons, it also seems like he is cut out to become a decent brawler. Since he's weak in recent magic, becoming a mage, dark mage, or a priest might not seem like a good idea, but he does have a hidden talent for recent magic, so it means he will be able to unlock one of those secret skills with excessive training. So far, the only secret skill we've seen is the one Dorothea gets when she trains in Faith Magic, giving her 20% extra Faith Magic Avoid. If Felix gets a similar skill, for example one that gives him 20% Recent Magic Avoid, I don't think it's going to be worth it to do this at all, but if there are other better skills available from the hidden talent pool, it might just be worth it to trooper through. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I don't think anyone will be surprised here, but I don't like edgelord characters. They do not appeal to me. I think they're boring and one-dimensional and seldom done right, but there is something special to Felix that makes me want to like him. Maybe it's just that Treehouses has built up so much goodwill over the past few months with its trailers and news updates that I'm just choosing to give them the benefit of the doubts. But in my heart, I really want to believe that we can finally get a good modern Fire Emblem game with a decent story and actual compelling characters that aren't just recycled gimmicks of the past. Please, please, please let Felix be something more than just a brooding, quiet guy with a blade that occasionally teleports behind you. Please make him interesting and multifaceted. I know I'm asking a lot, but for once I would like to see a compelling edgelord. Can we finally get one? I sure as hell hope so. What do you guys think? Let me know about it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this Fire Emblem edgelord preview. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment and let me know who you want to see me preview next. Until next time, my name has been Mangs, and bye bye!